Hey guys, I'm Max Lopez, and this is the Blue Wave. So I was just looking at some data that I think should keep all Democrats hoping for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz to win the election, should keep us up at night. Okay. And this is even with all of the newfound momentum, the newfound energy that has been injected into the campaign in the form of Harris and Walz taking over the top of the ticket from Biden. These numbers indicate that this election is going to be very close. So let's jump in here to 538. Their forecast of this upcoming election, and this is Nate Silver's model. Here, let me make my camera a little bit bigger here. So, who is forecasted to win the 2024 presidential election? Harris wins 57 times out of 100. Trump wins 43 times out of 100. Now, this is an improvement from where our chances were, just shortly before Harris took over the top of the ticket. And I think that Harris has a much, much better chance than beating Trump in the general election than Biden does. But you look at these numbers, and this election is going to be very, very close, okay? Because Trump wins 43 times out of 100. That should be the number that we're all looking at, right? Forget this Harris wins out of 57 times. Trump wins 43 times out of 100. And there's some different outcomes here, different numbers. These ones in the middle are more likely to happen, or are the closer, and then the further out here you get the outliers. So Trump 483 electoral votes. Yeah, that's not going to happen. But if you go over here to their 2016 election forecast of who will win the presidency, right? Hillary Clinton, in this poll's only forecast, had a 71% chance of winning against Trump, right? And you look at this blue wall here, look how wrong the polls were about this blue wall. 78% chance of winning Michigan, 83% chance of winning Wisconsin, 77% chance of winning Pennsylvania. Let's look at the plus forecast. Okay, it goes down a little bit, 70. Oh no, it goes up. Okay, so Clinton had a 71% chance of winning the election compared to Donald Trump's 30. So Trump, theoretically, statistically, if we're going to be looking at the polls, right? We can't just look at the polls when they give us good news. And Harris has an uptick, right? And the Democratic Party seems to be a little bit stronger than it was based on a poll. We can't ignore the very large percentage chance that Trump has of winning this election. Let's not kid ourselves. Okay. This is why it's important to, look at the polls, see what they're telling us, but no matter what, every single person who wants to elect Harris and Walz needs to vote, right? Figure out how to register to vote, figure out what your plan of action is going to be to vote, and do it. It's super easy, right? It's super, super easy. It's not a difficult process. And if we all make our voices heard, right? There's more people in this country, I truly believe, that have the vision that Harris and Walz do for America over Trump's vision. And even when Trump won the electoral college in 2016, he ultimately lost the popular vote, right? And then in 2020, he lost the popular vote again, right? So he's never been the most popular candidate in the race. And the Republicans know this, and it's why one of the biggest parts of their playbook is to suppress the vote as much as possible, because the less people that vote, the harder it is for people to vote, the more the easier time they have winning, because they know their policies aren't popular. Let's look at Trump walking back his stance on abortion, in this recent interview, saying, "Oh no, we need to go. 6 weeks is too soon of a ban to put." Dude, you're the one that implemented the Supreme Court justices that overturned Roe v. Wade. So they don't want to reap what they've sown, right? They want to distract and suppress the vote. So really, voting is how this happens. And you just worry about the Republicans throwing doubt on the outcome of the election, which I hope doesn't happen. But part of me thinks that part of the reason that they're running such a bad campaign is that they're not necessarily even trying to win anymore through the means and ways that we love and hold dear through having elections. They're trying to gain control of that system so that the people's voice is less heard. So, we'll be ready for it this time around. I think that no one will be surprised. And the only reason January 6th had a chance to happen in the first place was that Trump allowed it to happen, basically. We'll be prepared for that. If there is going to be some kind of attempt like that, I really hope not. Harris and Walz are in a strong position to win this election, but like I'm saying, we just need to turn out and vote. Pay attention to the polls, and yes, it's okay to feel good about polls that show our chances going up, but Trump has a huge chance of winning this election still, and we need to all show up on election day to make sure that Trumpism is something that's left in the dustbin of history, and not something that continues to grow and fester. So that's all I got for you guys in this one. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please be sure to like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you in the next one. All right, peace.